Hey, good morning, everyone. Hope you're doing well this beautiful day. Just want to pass on to you an idea and a story. The idea. You know, in the NFL right now, there are 179 players in the Hall of Fame who were never drafted. The draft experts didn't think they were football worthy. So they were walk-ons or they were free agents. And these 179 players, one of them being Donnie, who will be inducted this year, they became great. And the experts didn't realize their greatness. Here's 6 names for you. Chad Pennington, Giovanni Carmazzi, Chris Redman, T. Martin, Mark Bulger, and Spurgeon Wynn. These are 6 quarterbacks who were picked in the 2000 draft before Tom Brady. Tom Brady wasn't figured to be a #1 draft pick. He was the 199th person picked in that draft. And yet, whether you like him or not, I think everybody agrees so far he's the greatest quarterback ever. He's won 7 Super Bowls. He was MVP in 5 of them. He was MVP in 3 regular seasons. He's thrown for 79,204 yards and 581 touchdown passes. My thought being is that God often picks people that we would never pick. The apostles, for example, and Mary and Joseph, they would not have been #1 draft choices. They would have been walk-ons. And yet God saw something great in them. And that's what God does. He finds greatness in the little, in the things we would never see. And he often finds diamonds in the rough. This coming Sunday, we will read the story of the multiplication of the loaves and the fish. Next to the resurrection is the only miracle that's mentioned in all 4 Gospels, but we're reading John. And John's the only one that mentions a little boy. And Scripture is filled with all of these unsung heroes that we don't know their name. They just come and do something and disappear. And that's the case with this little boy. He's the one that makes it possible for Jesus to feed all those people. And he just comes and he does his thing and he disappears and we never hear from him again. And that's often how God works with us too. It doesn't always pick the ones that the world would think would be the most talented or the most intelligent. He picks the ones that he can make great, that can be open to his power. Here's a little story. Doesn't quite go with what I just said, but I just want to pass it on to you. An article in the paper told the story of a farmer who grew award-winning corn. Each year, he entered his corn in the state fair, where it won a blue ribbon. One year, a newspaper reporter interviewed him and learned something interesting about how he grew his corn. The reporter discovered that the farmer shared his seed corn with his neighbors. How can you afford to share your best seed corn with your neighbors when they are entering the corn in competition with yours every year? The reporter asked. Why, sir, said the farmer, didn't you know that the wind picks up pollen from the ripening corn, swirls it from field to field? If my neighbors grow inferior corn, cross-pollination will steadily degrade the quality of my corn. But if I am to grow good corn, I must help my neighbors grow good corn. We live in in a culture of competition. And what our faith says is that we share our gifts. And when we share our gifts with others, the world is better for it. We're not in competition with St. Kilian's, for example, because when they're good and we're good, it's a better world. All right, I hope you enjoy the rest of the day, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.